This process is taking forever. It must not be going well. I'm going to debunk that myth today of what happens when the job hunt is taking forever and what it actually means for you. When someone is transitioning from one field to another field or one job to another job, we feel like it should happen instantaneously. In particular, when we hear stats like it's the lowest unemployment ever, there must be tons of jobs. Well, it turns out it's not that simple. In fact, what you'll find is that many times the jobs don't hire on those cycles you think, there are geographic differences, but the reality of it is it's a much tougher hiring market than people may believe. So the question that people always ask is, why is this taking so long, and is that a bad sign? Well, in some research from some friends of mine at TalentWorks, they identified that on average, it takes someone 84 days to move through the hiring process. That is from applying all the way to getting that job started. 84 days for an HR position. Something like in the sales role, it's even longer, 94 days, almost 100 days, more than a quarter to wind up getting hired in sales, where there seems like there is definitely an abundance of jobs. So what does that mean for you? Well, the first thing to understand is that don't read anything into the fact that this is taking a while. In fact, hiring someone is a big investment. Companies see making a hire as really a long-term investment, particularly on the downside. Hiring the wrong person can be a bad culture fit, can lead to sort of churn in the management, and more importantly, nobody wants to have to fire someone who's not a fit. So it just takes time, and companies are patient and have the pick of the litter. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, the important thing to know is that apply more places, keep more eggs in the basket, and understand you're going to need to be diligent and disciplined in keeping up with the process you're going through. Maybe more interviews may require you to have more steps along the way, but know that this is something that's going to be something you're going to have to own along the way. And what else? Well, the other thing that I would suggest is continue to look at your career as a 360 view when looking at a company. How do you find ways to put yourself in around people who are at that company or are doing things in that company you most want to work for? The important thing to understand is that it is going to take a little bit longer than you think. In fact, 84 days if you're looking for something in HR, almost 100 days if you're looking for something in sales. It's not because of just you, it's simply because of the fact that in today's market, you're going to need to be patient. So, the other advice, don't quit your last job if you hope to have another job lined up tomorrow. The process is going to take time, and be prepared for it to do just that. That's the fact or fiction here. Remember, jobs don't happen overnight. They wind up taking a while, so be prepared to be a little bit patient and get that job that you want.